I think I just stumbled onto what might actually be a pretty special run. I was actually just grinding to try and unlock something else we'll use later down the road, and suddenly I find myself with an interesting build. Basically, we've already added on 18 ranged damage and have a tier 4 SMG. Plus, we're going to get 3% damage at the start of each wave, so that damage is only going to go up. We're also in Danger 4, so it's going to be definitely more difficult than it normally is, but so far we're absolutely wrecking everything. So if we can just continue to stack ranged damage and attack speed, I think we could actually go really stupidly far. Plus we are a ranger, our range damage modifications are increased by 50%. And we've still got two very basic pistols. As soon as we turn them into SMGs, or especially miniguns, or even better laser miniguns, we'll be really cooking. But given the luck we've had so far, hopefully that keeps up and we'll continue destroying everything for a long time. Basically the goal is to fire 1,000,000 bullets per second. There's another 2 damage. That's going to help a lot. And we are going to add a little bit of armor. This is probably the last one we're going to need because I didn't see the range damage over there, to be honest. We got $400 to spend. I'm not going to buy anything if we don't need it, but we did get a better SMG. And not going to bother to buy basic ones. We might as well just wait for good ones to show up. And it's only a matter of time before they do. The further into the waves we get, the more rare things we're going to find. Wave 10 is going exactly as I planned. We're just destroying everything before it gets anywhere close to us. We're definitely not the toughest build, but we don't have to be if everything evaporates as soon as it spawns in. The key to this, very simply, damage and attack speed. Keep it simple. Well, wouldn't you know it, +4 ranged damage. We're already getting some purples there. We don't really want any of those. These we'll take a good hard look at because this will add damage of all kinds. We lose some dodge, but we don't have any dodge anyway. We don't need to dodge if everything dies. Here's a good one, Baby with a Beard. 1 bullet dealing 32 damage. That's based on our range damage. Is fired from an enemy corpse when they die. We lose 50 range. But our character comes with an extra 50 range, so we have default range. Also on wave 12, we get our first elite, then 15, and then 17. I'm pretty sure they drop legendary items though, and we like legendary items. So now it's these guys. They're also melting quite quickly. So we just need to keep going with our thing. We need more range again because the range was fun. But now even the corpses are going to be firing bullets that help us. Wave 11 going just as planned. I'm a little bit annoyed because the enemies are surviving just a little bit and I don't want them to at all. I want to be able to one-shot everything in an instant. Trees die in 1 hit. 2% lifesteal. Why not? Range damage? Yes. There is also torture. 15 max HP, restore 4 HP per second. We can't heal any other way. I don't know if we want to heal any other way. Let's try that. Nullifies 1 hit of damage every wave. Absolutely. Not a lot of other things going on there. On to the next wave. Wave 12. So we're going to have an elite here. This is the elite. The health is going down quickly. It's like a mini boss. This one we've dealt with before, so we know how to do this. They're surviving too long. We need a lot more damage. But they dropped the box with the red diamond on it, so hopefully we get extraordinarily lucky with that. The non-elite enemies are melting away quickly. We just need much more damage and fire rate. But so far so good. And 1 legendary relic, 100% chance to instantly attract the material when it's dropped. Sure. +3 range damage. I think my SMGs already attack so quickly. Like this one goes every 0.12, so almost 10 times a second. So attack speed is good, but I think range damage is better for now. Plus we get things like this, 10% attack speed minus 2% damage. That's an easy trade-off. There's another tier 3 SMG, so we have 2 tier 4 SMGs. Plus 25% damage against bosses and elites. We're going to lock that. We're also going to buy another tier 2 SMG, so now we have all the guns you see down there. So now when the enemies die, we instantly get their materials, and that means we'll make even more money. My tier 4 SMGs are up to 40 damage. By comparison, the tier 2s are 28. Wave 13 is very easy, even for the idiots wearing helmets. The helmets can't save them. Even for the big Viking guy, he melted pretty quickly. Gonna reroll this once. We got some more damage, so we'll definitely take that. 25% damage against elites and bosses. Not really a lot else going on that I particularly want, so we're just gonna go. Wave 14, the elite is next wave. Those things died instantly. As should most things. I don't think the damage multipliers affect my ranged damage. Like if we have 20 range damage and we get a 25% damage boost, I think that affects the base damage of the gun, not all our extra ranged. Otherwise, I'd be stacking a lot of extra damage percent. It will help as well, but I think this pure range damage is the way to go, considering each one of those adds to every single bullet those SMGs fire. The wave is done. HP regeneration is probably actually going to be important to us. 50% piercing damage. I don't know if the guns pierce. I don't know if HP regeneration actually stacked with our legendary item. It said we can't heal any other way. Restore 4 HP per second, so I don't know if that's actually going to stack on that, so we can't buy it. What we will take for now is probably this 12% damage. That did actually add 5 damage. That took us from 45 to 50 damage, so that's actually worthwhile. So also this will be too 25% damage. We lose armor, but that took us up to 60 damage. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I probably shouldn't do this, but we're going to combine the tier 1 pistols into a tier 2, and we're going to buy a tier 4 pistol, just because that's going to do 134 damage, and it fires almost 2 times a second. It's crazy when you think about it, though. The DPS on the SMGs is so much higher. I think the SMGs do almost 3 times the damage that the pistol does. Oh, time for the next elite. Yeah, we're melting him much quicker than we did the last one, so we're headed in the right direction. He's dead. He did almost touch us though, so we might need a little bit of movement speed at some point. Movement speed is going to be our friend. But so is range too, just so we can constantly be attacking everything everywhere all at once. And the corpse damage, the bullet that fires from corpses, is up to 63 damage. This will help us. 50% crit chance, 50 range. We lose max HP and armor. Those are easy to put back on. On top of that, we're going to take an extra 30 range. So our range is up to a paltry 185. There's a level 2 SMG. We'll take that. Oh, actually, 3% damage at the end of a wave. We now get 6% damage at the end of a wave. I forgot we had one of those, so every wave we're getting lots of extra damage. I'm also going to lock this. 3 armor and 5 max HP is big for us. Our armor is back down to 0, so we need some. Well, it's easy to replace that speed later. So the extra range is going to feel nice. Yep, we can attack things. Basically, if you're on the screen, we can pretty well attack them. And we will. This is great. The longer the waves go on for, the more damage we get. 6% per wave. Now it's all just a matter of getting all the damage we possibly can. Or even miniguns. Miniguns would be our very best friend at this point. Thinking about it, miniguns plus lifesteal would be insane. We don't need burning faster. We will take some extra HP. Not getting particularly lucky here with these. I'm not going to re-roll anymore. It's just getting too expensive. We got an elite this wave anyway. He'll drop something good. And he hasn't shown up yet. There he is. Okay, we're just going to walk through because we get a free shot of damage. I think it was the first time we've been hit. He's dead, so our damage is a-okay. I do like the elites dropping us lots of items. You gotta have a strong build to survive on this difficulty, but the elites are our friend. And normally we're feeling a bit of a slowdown somewhere around here because the enemies are getting stronger and tougher, but so far we're destroying them. Plus the bullet they spit out is also doing us lots of help. This one's also good. Plus 3 max HP at the end of a wave. HP regeneration doesn't matter, neither does lifesteal, but max HP will take. Okay, this is also a good one. Plus 20% damage, plus 1 armor. We lose damage when we take damage until the end of the wave. We just won't take damage. So we're at 62 damage, now we're at 74 for the SMGs. One more reroll and we got lucky there. Tier 3 SMG, so that's going to give us another tier 4. So we have 3 tier 4 SMGs. And our damage just goes up every wave anyway. We stacked up so much range damage at the beginning, it really pushed us ahead. I really should get rid of the pistols at some point. They're just not matching the damage of the SMGs. We can still have so much more. It's actually annoying because the enemies die so far away now, especially with the secondary effect triggering. I just have to walk around a lot. I guess I don't have to if all the items come to me, but I do want to find the trees. Wave 18 was laughably easy. 15% attack speed, yes. So these are now firing, 10 times a second, literally. Projectiles pass through 1 additional target. Yes. There's another tier 2 SMG, so this pistol's going to go. We're now replaced by an SMG, which will do much more damage, and we're going to upgrade that into a tier 3 SMG. Then it's time for wave 19 that we're absolutely destroying. I think the bullet penetration is helping a lot. That's really, in theory, just a lot of extra damage. We fire into the mobs, the bullets don't stop right away. They go through to the poor idiot behind. And we're firing a lot of bullets. I didn't even have to try. Wave 19 complete. Hitting an enemy removes 10% of their speed, max 30. Yeah, we're going to take that. That slows us down just a little bit, but we'll be able to put that back on ourselves. I think I'm going to take some damage. You can just never have too much damage. There's an extra 25% damage against bosses and elite, so that puts us up to 50. That could give us a bunch. That's only 3 damage. For what it costs, I don't want it. I will take a bit of armor. We're going to lose some damage there, but armor is going to help keep us alive. Projectiles gain 1 bounce. I think that's actually going to be really big for us. With the amount of bullets we're firing, yeah, they're going to bounce and ricochet. The boss is obviously dying. We nullified a hit there, but I think he's already, yep, he's dead. Our damage is real good. So every time an SMG fires, it's in theory... it bounces once, pierces once, and then the enemy fires a projectile. So it's basically 4 shots in one. And they fire 10 times per second. So each one of those fires, the SMGs, fires 40 times per second. So if we have 6 SMGs, it would be the equivalent of 240 bullets per second. 240 per second at that kind of damage. I think we can still do a lot better. Well, this will just straight up add 20% dodge to us. It feels like it might be stupid not to take that. We lose a little bit of damage, but we can actually basically put it back on right here. Another 25% damage against elites and bosses. That's almost tempting not to take at this point, but we did anyway. So the next elites are in 22, 25, 27. Given the amount of damage we're doing, especially the bosses, they're gonna die. I'm very sad we don't have any miniguns yet, but we wouldn't want to be too overpowered. The amount of bullets that bounce around on screen, everything just sort of like melts. There's so many ricochets and pierces, and I have to shoot like 4 enemies every round, and everything else just dies. Wave's done, another 12% damage for us. Let's add a peacock. We're gonna get 50% enemy damage next wave. That should be fine, but we're gonna get lots of extra experience gain for ourselves. This is also an elite wave, but the elite's already dead. Oh, there's 2 elites. I didn't even see the other one. This one's weaker. He's dead too. So this is actually a pretty balanced build. Damage-wise, they do lots of damage to bosses, but also lots to just the general idiots. I think the bullets do actually have a chance to burn effect too, so if anything doesn't die right away, they get to slowly burn to death, which is always funny. Wave 22 is winding down. We weren't even close to in danger at any point. Projectiles pierce to an additional target. Do I even want that at this point? I guess I do. We lose damage. Yeah, we can get extra XP gain. We're getting so much experience gain suddenly. Oh, do we want more range? That seems stupid at this point. Stupid is what we signed up for. Give us more range. We're going to take 10% attack speed. These guys have got to be getting up there now. Yeah, they fire over 10 times. They fire 11 times per second at this point. We're going to get the wings next round. That's going to give us speed and more range. Both the things we obviously very much want. I didn't lock that properly. Well, that's okay. We're going to be just fine without it anyway. We got all the damage we could want. The extra range is nice though, because I think I can actually just sit here. And as long as I dodge the very slow moving projectiles, I don't think anything's going to get anywhere close to us for a while. So what's going to be more worth it at this point? More damage or more bullets per second? Optimally both, but I think more bullets per second might actually be the winner. Well, there's another free 10 range. And what do we want out of all this? Probably range damage. We need to get back on that program. Although we do need just a little bit of speed first. I just don't want to be at negative speed. Now we can go back to focusing on more range and crit chance. Yeah, we might as well. The further away we can keep things, the safer we're going to be. Gonna reroll once there, and really not much to see there. Moving on. So we're just going to hang out here for a while, wait till the wave to run down. We're fighting an elite next wave, so I'm excited for that. I completely zoned out for that entire wave, but we're done. I guess out of all of these, I would take some crit chance because that's damage. That's going to put us up to roughly 50% crit chance, so that's just a lot of extra damage. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my other tier 4 pistol. Can't afford that yet. Alright, well, we're going to do this level with 5 weapons because I'm stupid. But I feel like the pistol wasn't doing much for us. That's a new elite. He's dying very quickly though. I'm not really sure what he does, so we're going to keep our distance just a touch. This guy, we can see what he does, and we can attack him from way over here, so he's dead too. And that was with only 5 weapons. 1 max HP when picking up a consumable while at max HP, so I think that should continue to boost our max HP as well. The rerolls are getting expensive, so we're going to take damage. There's our tier 4 SMG, so that's an easy... there's our minigun. They actually do less damage than the SMG. They do attack a fair bit faster. So the SMG, based on its damage, actually does more. We're going to take a minigun for now anyway, because this is only a tier 3. But the tier 4 minigun actually has higher DPS. But sometimes it's nice to have a lot of extra bullets going out there, because they'll do extra bounce and penetration and all sorts of things we need. And it does look like it works, that if I pick up the cactus at max HP, we get more max HP, up to 10 per round. So our max HP is going to go up for a few rounds. The enemies will start getting a lot stronger soon. And I kind of hope they do, because this is getting stale. I am just mowing everything down in an instant. Can I just buy this? No. Okay, so we're going to combine that. There's a tier 4 SMG. There's another tier 4, so we have 5 tier 4 SMGs finally. At this point, they're up to 87 damage. They fire 11 times a second. There's the elites of this wave as well. The first one is about dead. We can sit outside their range and just murder them from here. They're definitely getting tougher though. The last one's melted a lot quicker. But they're also dead, and they'll drop me some nice items. Something definitely switched on this wave. The enemies have a lot more HP suddenly. They're actually surviving for like a second. Well, it's still laughably easy. Wave 27 complete. +2 engineering, killing a tree spawns a turret. Why not? 8% dodge, -1 armor. We kind of need the armor we have. I don't care about dodge. I do care about +3 ranged damage though. That adds a lot to each and every one of my guns. Not really getting a lot here. That's going to help my damage in a big way. There's what we need. Once we buy this next round and this, we're going to have a tier 4 minigun. And we like tier 4 miniguns. I can't remember if elites are going to spawn on this wave or not. It doesn't look like it. Something out there is spawning a lot of projectiles, which is going to get a little bit annoying. But so far, things very rarely hit me. I did get hit on this wave, but that was like the 3rd time I've been hit this entire run. The wave is winding down. We're absolutely destroying everything. I don't want to spend a lot of money re-rolling here, so we're going to take things like armor. Okay, so a tier 3 minigun does 54 damage. A tier 4 does 83. That's some damage. The SMGs are at 101 damage now, the minigun 83. I think the minigun probably out DPSs the SMGs at this point. I suspect, based on a rough guesstimation in my brain. Either way, they're doing a lot of damage, and as long as our damage keeps going up, I think we're going to be okay. The wave's done. Another 8% damage is certainly not going to hurt a thing. This one's nice. 10% attack speed, 5% crit chance, 15 range. HP regeneration doesn't matter to us anyway. It's getting hard to make these things fire an extra time. Wow, that's a lot of bosses. Okay, didn't really expect that. I need to actually focus for a sec. I was not taking this at all seriously. Okay, we're getting very hurt. Okay, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. We're okay, we're okay. Don't get hit by that, don't get hit by that. Can we kill some of these bosses, please? I'm in a bad spot. Keep going. Don't get hit. We died. Did not expect that many bosses. Was not paying attention or taking that seriously. But we were firing like 300 bullets per second, so that felt good.